Good day, everyone. Here we are from group 3 and 4. We'll present to you metaphor and stylistics. Firstly, let me introduce to you the member of the group. Firstly, Alvan Wari, then Dea Ifat Kumara, Rahma Anissa Fitri, Febiana Syahroni Ilyas, Sinta Ardila, Aidin Ahsan, and Irfan Zeluhu as the moderator. Next. The topic is metaphor and stylistics. As the first presenter, Ari will present this for you. Ari, time is yours.
Thank you, Irfan. So the stylistic definition hence approaches metaphor as one typical characteristic of a particular language variety that is relatively individual or idiosyncratic, such as the style of an individual work or author, or more generally language user. Metaphor is a literary device that compares two unlike things. Metaphor is a device for claiming that two things are identical rather than similar in comparison. The two things being compared are called as the target domain and the source domain. The target domain is the topic or concept that you want to describe with a metaphor, whereas the source domain is the concept that you use to build the metaphorical structure. For example, the phrase, "She is my sunshine," is a metaphor. The word "she" in the phrase is a target domain, while the words "my sunshine" is the source domain.
Okay, thank you, Ari, for your presentation. Next, we are going to the second presentation. Nisa will be the second presenter. Nisa, time is yours.
Thanks for the time, moderator. So I'm going to continue the next material. The most common views of metaphor by Lakoff and Johnson and Kafses. First, metaphor is a linguistic phenomenon, a property of words. Thus, the metaphorical use of the words "my sunshine" in an utterance such as "she is my sunshine" is a characteristic of the linguistic expression sunshine. Second, metaphor is based on a resemblance, a pre-existing similarity between the two entitles that are compared and identified. It is a shortened comparison. For example, "she is my sunshine" must share the same essential feature with the sunshine in order for us to be able to use the word sunshine as a metaphor for her. Third, metaphor is used for some artistic and rhetorical purpose, primarily in literary work. Fourth, since metaphor is a conscious and deliberate use of word, people must have a special talent to use it and to use it well. As a result, metaphor can be dominant in literary work only. Fifth, metaphor can be used for special effects. Thus, it is not an inevitable part of everyday human communication, thought of reasoning. Six, metaphor is often seen as a deviant, improper use of word because it is used instead of equivalent literal expressions. Finally, the dead metaphor view claims that metaphors have been conventionalized over the years and are not viewed as metaphor anymore, and we do not even know why they mean what they mean. Thanks. Back to the moderator.
Thank you for your kindly presentation, Nisa. Next, we are going to the third presenter. That is Dea will bring you the types of metaphors. Dea, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you, moderator. I will explain the type of metaphors. The first is implied metaphors. It's used for clear comparison between two things. The comparison between two things is love and trance. Number two is extended metaphor. A comparison between refers to a comparison between two unlike things that continues throughout a series of sentences in a paragraph or line in a poem. It is often composed of more than one sentence and sometimes consists of a full paragraph. The example, life is like eating a grapefruit. First, one breaks its skin, then one takes a few bites to get used to its taste. And finally, one starts enjoying its flavor. The third, that metaphor, a figure of speech which has lost the original meaning to extensive and eminent usage. The example, the body of an essay is its main portion. Fourth, complex metaphor. A complex metaphor happens where a simple metaphor is based on a secondary metaphoric element. For example, using a metaphor of like for understanding may be complexified by saying throwing like rather than shining like. In this example, throwing like rather than shining like. Throwing is an extra metaphor for how like arrives. And the fifth, mixed metaphor, it's combination of two different things. A mixed metaphor is a section of incongruous of comparison. When two or more metaphors are jumbled together, often illogically, we say that these comparisons are mixed. This sort of mixed metaphor may occur when a speaker is so familiar with the figurative sense of the phrases that he fails to recognize the absurdity, the result from the literary reading. The example, Mr. Speaker, I smell a rat. I see him floating in the air. But mark me, sir, I will nip him in the butt. That's it from me. Back to moderator. Thank you.
Thank you for your excellent presentation. Now, let me continue the types of metaphor. The sixth is conceptual metaphor. Is a metaphor which one idea is used to understand another concept. Example, argument is word. The seventh, absolute metaphor. Paralogical metaphor and characterized as metaphorical, which states one out of the two terms cannot be distinguished. Example, life is a journey. 8. Conventional metaphor is a familiar comparison of two terms, which the first term is to understand the concept. There is no example of this. Edit. Creative metaphor, an original comparison as poetry metaphor. Example, fear is slinking cat I find beneath the lilacs of my mind. 10. Root metaphor is an image narrative that shape on individual perception. Example, caves as hidden areas, peak for target, undergrowth as obscuring, noisy, and etc. 11th, visual metaphor. There is the represent of person, place, things by visual interpretation. Example, sport car with the image of panther. Now we are going to the fifth presenter, that is Sinta Ardila. Sinta, time is yours.
Thank you, moderator. Metonymy. Metonymy is a type of speech. It is generally used to define some a close association within. In brief, it gives a different type of name to a specific word that is being talked about. A metonymy enables the writers to use different words to describe something instead of using the standard term. This helps them to make their writings more aesthetically creative. It makes them express their expression and imagination more descriptively. Metonymy is famously used in writing the movie dialogues, poetry, and songs, since it makes them sound more creative and descriptive
descriptive, metonymy is often cited to be relatively closely with synecdoche, which is a poetic phrase. Of example, metonymy is Hollywood, which is used to describe its film industry, academies, management, and many more. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Thank you for your presentation, Sinta Ardila. Next, we are going to Aidin to explain to you the main differences between metaphor and metonymy. Aidin, time is yours.
The main difference between metaphor and metonymy. The first one is a metaphor. You use another type of word to describe a particular word to this a particular word, whereas metonymy use a related term to describe a specific word. Second, metaphor is used for the substitution of two words. In contrast, metonymy is used for the association of two words. Third, a metaphor is used to make writing more creative, beautiful, whereas a metonymy is used to make a script use different kind of word rather than the usual common word to make it more descriptive.
Thank you for your presentation, Aidin. Now we are going to the next aspect, that is styles of metaphor. The presenter of this aspect is Feby. Feby, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Metaphors in everyday discourse and in literary discourse. The idea that a particular metaphor is novel can be understood in a number of ways. It can be understood as referring, for example, to the newness or uniqueness of a conceptual mapping between a source and target domain, or alternatively to a striking method of expression, which are used by a metaphor. Metaphorical constructions, and it offers an important insight into the way the human mind works. The process of construction underscores the fact the metaphorical mapping is a computational way of thinking to human thought. Metaphor and style. Conceptual metaphor. The way this conceptual metaphor is styled by patterns of graphology and other levels of language. The basic metaphor through two processes known as extending and elaboration. Next slide, please. And extending a metaphor means expanding through linguistic results, which introduce new conceptual elements from the source to mind, which serves and as an orientational metaphor. Conventional orientational metaphor use the idea of speech as a vehicle for tracking human emotion. And elaboration involves capturing an existing component of the source to mind in an unusual or unconventional way that allows a metaphorical projection and conceptual projection. An example for metaphorical projection that is about image source and image target, and about conceptual projection that is about two or more input speech and comparison of it to share. Finish the moderator. Next to moderator.
Thank you for your nice presentation, Diana Shelby. Now that's all from me and from all the members. But before I close the presentation, I will add to you the example of conventional metaphor. Of conventional metaphor is time is running. Okay, guys, so that is the end of our session. If you have any feedback that can build our knowledge, please ask us and we will happy answer your. Thank you.